Ferrari go faster without the roof. Chill.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Lamar Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Watson now on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10 now. Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their feet.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 26 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
It's not a bad idea, not at all. You've got a bunch of defenders reeling a little bit back on their heels after just giving up a big play. You take another shot and hope to complete it. In this case, though, it falls incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. Here's Griffin on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Come back. Hey, green the line.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Here's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, I've been running that shit. How the fuck there's YouTube?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Come back. Hey, Blue 80.
On 1st down, Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Richmond. Come back.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
Jump, bro.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Here's Watson looking to throw on second down.
Come on, man.
His throw's going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, how to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
Come back.
Watson now throwing on 3rd and long. At the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, son.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans had cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
I'll take it.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's
before
cute,
the second down play, we'll get a whistle,
keep
a signal, and a timeout.
Everybody blitzing.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Ryan to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Ryan. Incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
You didn't think I was going to punt it?
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt.
I really hold me on my last drive. Shit.
He's going to field this at the 4. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
You thought.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
There we go. Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. Hey, sit on that. 25. Left. Hey, Rick Lance, Rick Lance, Rick Lance. Hey, Rick Lance, Rick Lance, Rick Lance. Gun, gun, gun. Let her go.
Now Ryan on second down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
What he ain't doing
and he'll
right.
be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gun, gun, gun. Hey, south. Left. Blitz, blitz, blitz. 22. Gun, gun. Hey, wait, wait. Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. Let's get it. Switch. Let him go.
Now Ryan on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught
get
for a
that.
Falcon touchdown.
That's payback, nigga. Let me get that.
49 yards. And the Falcons will extend
It's
their
concentration,
lead.
man.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back to the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never
you ain't
throw
take
back
yours
into
back.
the middle
Shit,
of the
why
field on a
should I
scramble.
take mine back?
He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Richmond. Down. Green, the line. Green, the line.
To throw is Watson.
Good.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And all the way down to the 35. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup and even 40 yards.
Come back.
This how I should have did my defense. Beginning, man. Ain't nobody worried about that shit now, B. That shit
On
killed.
1st and 10, Watson.
That shit killed me.
Couldn't quite
Tell
hold
you.
it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And his
Shit
throw
killed
is going to
me.
be incomplete.
I'm telling you,
the
bro,
Pro
that
Bowler
shit
DeAndre
killed.
Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Watson.
Told you that shit killed, man.
Thrown incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Shit killed, man.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go and
That
get
ain't
that
gonna
victory.
work.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was. As he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, Rick Lance. Left.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Hey, got it. Hey, express. Get up.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Big blitz, but I'm ready for it.
39. 11. 22.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right.
Oh, you lobbed it.
Intercepted.
That's cool.
He's picked off at his own 47. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Nobody behind him.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Watson.
All he gonna take. Come on, man. That's a fucking pick.
Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Get y'all shit together.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, wait.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
12. Get up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go. 39.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
There we go. Hey, 59, ready. Hey, Red Lance. What is that?
On third down, Ryan.
Man, this nigga tripping.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on second is Watson.
Oh, pick it.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, it's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Harder to move.
Thank you.
Trying to get it to
Use alert.
and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Trying to calm
Brandon,
down.
you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
I'm sorry,
and a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Nah, I ain't gonna chew the clock. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, bud.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Space. 11. 21.
Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids.
Man, I can't
half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Come on, man, you down.
His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Oh, I thought you were going
complete.
good
That's
shit.
Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Watson.
Don't do it, B.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Completion left side to Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Watson.
Got him. Let's go, man.
He's taken down.
Let's go.
What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly.
I'm about to say, man, don't pick it, bro.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I know he blitzing.
22. 21.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it.
Oh,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
I had you too, B. I had you.
Field to the 46-yard line.
I threw it to the wrong man.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead,
I had to make it turn. I had to make it, I had to make it turn.
You can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deion Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Come back, come back.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'll be on tomorrow, bro.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.